I call upon Dr. Pooja Khamar now. She is a consultant cataract refractive surgery and clinical translational scientist at GROW and IBMS Lab from Narayan Nethralaya, Bangalore. She is a fellow in cataract cornea refractive from the same institute. And I would want to talk about the fact that she's a PhD, and very few of us colleagues here are so acclaimed. And she is the one who's a PhD in wound healing and refractive surgery from the university in Netherlands. I welcome you, Pooja. And when you talk about collagen imaging, it's a beautiful topic because it's all about the ECM, the extracellular matrix, which forms the outer coat, and its balance of its lost structure or its less synthesis causes scarring. Let's hear you out, Pooja.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I would like to thank Mohita ma'am, WAS team, and the IIS team for giving us this opportunity to present our work here. So I'll just go to the topic. We all know as refractive surgeons or as cataract surgeons also, there are a lot of indices nowadays like topography-based indices, biomechanical-based indices, and OCT-based indices. And this clearly tells us that we will be able to differentiate between the normal and the suspect keratoconic eyes, which will prevent us from having any gross complications from surgery. However, let's see these two patients. This is absolutely normal topography, normal indices. This is a suspicious topography, suspicious indices. This was around 7 years back, so we didn't know like this, the biomechanics were retrospective, and we had gone ahead and done a PRK surgery for them. To our surprise, the patient with all the normal indices landed up developing an ectasia. And patient with suspicious indices and a suspicious topography is still after 7 years doing normal with a very well-centered ablation, which we like, which is very pleasure to see to the eye. So, and we like as refractive surgeons, we come across our practice, which has around 25% of these patients. Also, the second case scenario is, if you see, this is also a normal topography, like a little bit on the steeper side, but normal topography. And like this patient was just kept on observation and asked to wear glasses. Suddenly, after 1 year, he came ahead and came back and said that, I have blurring of vision. We just repeated a topography because there was increase in cylinder power. And just see this, this patient has around 11 to 13 diopters of progression in just 1 year. So what are we missing here? Yes, we are looking, it's like a 6 blind men and an elephant. We look at just the topography or biomechanics, or we combine both of it, or we combine any two of it, but we are not looking at a larger picture. So what is the real truth? The cornea has it's 70% is formed of the stroma, and stroma consists of the collagen fibers in this. And this collagen fibers provides the biomechanical strength, and it maintains basically the shape of the cornea. So it's necessary for us to imagine with this collagen. But how do we do it? Like, is there a way to do it, a non-invasive method to do it? But because whatever we have right now is invasive. So we developed a polarization sensitive OCT in collaboration with University of Vienna. It's just a polarized light which is thrown on your cornea. All the structures of the cornea, epithelium, endothelium, and Descemet's membrane take up this polarized light, but the stroma doesn't take up the polarized light. It's based on the principle of bifringence. So we utilize this principle, and then we go ahead and see how the collagen orientation in the stroma is. So this is how this is how the PS OCT looks like right now, but in future it will look like one of our OCTs. This is how your collagen orientation is in an arrangement is in the cornea theoretically for the right and left eye, and this is what you see exactly these are the polarization sensitive OCT images. Just to simplify it, like the darker the blue you see, it means like the better the collagen orientation and arrangement is, and the more it turns towards the yellow and red, just like our topographies, it means that it is a weaker arrangement and orientation. So this is how the normal pictures look like. So now let's see these two case examples: badly suspicious, TBI suspicious. Here all indices are normal, topography is normal. We did a polarization sensitive OCT. These are similar to examples which I showed in the beginning, patient who had developed ectasia. So if you see here, patient has suspicious indices, but the polarization sensitive has a normal orientation and arrangement of collagen. It's absolutely fine. But here, the indices which were absolutely normal does have a complete loss of orientation and arrangement of collagen. So what am I seeing here? If I go ahead and if I would have operated this patient, I would have had a favorable outcome for this patient and an unfavorable outcome for this patient. So just to, this is what the power of collagen and polarization sensitive OCT is, and which will be in future in our near clinics for all of us. But just wanted to see if this is a true picture. We just, we do a lot of molecular based work. So we take the epithelium when we do a trans PRK, or we collect the lenticule and preserve it in our biorepository. And we do molecular analysis to study the extracellular matrix markers to see what is happening, which is kind of an invasive procedure. But it's very important for us to link whether what collagen orientation and arrangement we are seeing is same in our molecular markers. So similar to examples, normal indices, abnormal indices, we did a trans PRK and we collected the epithelium. This has a normal PSOCT and this has an abnormal PSOCT. And LOX collagen is just the it holds your cornea into place. If you see, the normal collagen has PSOCT has a normal level of collagen here and a normal level of lysyl oxidase, which holds the collagen in place. But the place where the PSOCT, where it shows that there is loss of collagen, you can see that even the collagen is on the lower side. So this technically tells us that what we are seeing in PSOCT matches with your molecular data, which is basically on your eye. So in future, we don't need to do this for all the patients. If you have a PSOCT in our clinic, it will definitely solve the purpose. So it doesn't only have refractive surgery applications, it has applications beyond refractive surgery and KC and cross-linking outcomes. It can be used in diagnosing retinal disorders, post-graft imaging in your cornea. It is just like your GDX, but it's like a little bit superior version of GDX. It will also help you detect the early changes in the nerve. And we are building the indices just like our topographer so that it's easier for us to read. And soon it will be collaborated with one of the companies and it will be in our hands. Thank you. I would again thank VOS for this opportunity.